You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Let's see what's on the agenda right now. India overtakes Japan to become the world's 4th largest economy. India meets and we see a big meeting by the NDA adopting resolution praising armed forces for Operation Sindoor and Prime Minister Modi's leadership. BJP hits out at opposition CMs for skipping NITI Aayog meeting. Indo-Nepal border fortified after suspicious movement. Republic reports from the ground. COVID-19 cases show slight spike in India. And foreign cargo ship capsizes off the coast of Kochi. Indian Coast Guard to the rescue. And viewers, it's a landmark development. India has officially surpassed Japan to become the world's 4th largest economy with a projected nominal GDP of $4.187 trillion for 2025, edging even ahead of Japan. And this milestone conferred by the NITI Aayog CEO BVR Subramaniam underscores India's robust economic growth trajectory. Subramaniam attributes this achievement to favorable geopolitical and economic conditions, highlighting India's resilience and sustained expansion and global uncertainties which India has seen but has gone ahead and conquered those uncertainties as well. Take a look at this report.
In a historic milestone, India has surpassed Japan to become the world's 4th largest economy. India is $4 trillion economy, trailing only US, China and Germany. NITI Aayog Chief Executive Officer BVR Subramaniam confirmed this, citing data by the International Monetary Fund at a press conference on the 10th NITI Aayog Governing Council meeting.
We are the 4th largest economy as I speak. We are a $4 trillion economy as I speak. And this is not my data, this is IMF data. India today is larger than Japan. So it's only the United States, China and Germany which are larger. And if we stick to what is being planned, what is being thought through, it's a matter of another 2.5 to 3 years, we would become the 3rd largest economy.
He further stated that India may soon surpass Germany and become the 3rd largest economy in the world. As India is moving forward towards PM Modi's 2047 mission, BJP hails this milestone.
Yes, India has become the 4th largest economy in the world, and this has been possible because of the united effort of 1.4 billion people under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I personally also congratulate each and every citizen of Ma Bharati and of course the Team India under the stewardship of Paramadhanaya Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji.
As per IMF, the Indian economy is expected to grow by 6.2% in 2025 and 6.3% in 2026. India is projected to remain the fastest growing larger economy for 25 and 26, reaffirming its dominance in the global economic landscape.
And joining us right now is Mr. Akash Jindal, economist. Thank you for joining us here, Republic TV. Mr. Jindal, remarkable achievement for India. And it's not just that, the next milestone is already set. That is achieving a $5 trillion economy, Mr. Jindal.
Yes, very much. It's a remarkable milestone, and every Indian is getting the advantage. See, I think it's Team Modi, Prime Minister Modi and his brilliant team. In the past 11 years, they have gifted economic growth to this country. See, now today, with 4 trillion, now we are the 4th largest economy. And yes, I totally endorse, we are going to be the 3rd biggest economy in another 2 years. And there's not one thing, there's too many things, too many good things which Prime Minister Modi and his team has done. Firstly, 2017, I'll take you back to 2017 when GST was launched. That time, there were a lot of skeptics. There were a lot of people who were doubting GST's success. Now see, GST, it has been such a fantastic success. April 2025, I'll just give you 1 month prior data. The collection has been 2.37 lakh crore. What it tells is, firstly, that every Indian is getting the benefit of this fast growing GDP because GST collection is high, because people are going and spending, people are going and shopping, people are going and traveling, people are going to restaurants with their families. That's what it's telling is that this fourth largest economy also means that people in the middle class, people in the lower middle class, they have benefited from the economy. And high GST collection, what it means is that now the country has money for infrastructure, for flyovers, for railways, for ports, for schools, hospitals, colleges. That's why last mile person is getting benefit. Another achievement is income tax collection. 16th March 2025, the data says 16% has been growth in income tax collection. Now, why income tax collection would be high? Income tax people would be paying higher only if people are earning more. So this is another achievement which we have done. Now you are talking about GDP growth. GDP growth, let me update the viewers. 2023-24, the data has been revised. India's GDP growth has been 9.2% for 2023-24. We were the fifth largest economy at that point in time, but we are growing much, much faster than all the four bigger economies than us: US, China, Germany, Japan. So this is India's growth. Modi government has ushered in so many reforms, so many good things, which have made India a success story today. Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now we are a huge manufacturing economy. We are exporting huge volumes in defense. We were importing once upon a time. Now we are exporting large amount of mobile phones. So India is growing. Our startups, many of them have become unicorns. Plus Mudra loans, they have benefited small entrepreneurs in villages and nooks and corners of the country. 50,000, 1 lakh rupees loan without collateral. As Prime Minister Modi has been rightly saying, rather than job seekers, our people in the interiors, because of Mudra loan, they have become job providers. So that's the structural changes in the economy which Modi government has brought in. I must salute Prime Minister Modi and his team for sustained effort that India has grown up to such a level. And now, of course, we are going to be the third biggest economy in another 2 years' time, maximum within 24 months. Because why? Germany is not at all performing well. In 2023, one of the quarters, Germany had negative GDP growth. And if we talk about the second biggest economy, China, they are also having lots and lots of problems. So India is gaining, India is growing. And the best thing is inclusive growth, which our Prime Minister and his team has always been talking. Last mile person is benefiting. India is getting progress. India's lifestyles have increased. Now, there are many studies which tell that now Indians, as a lifestyle is better, the opportunities which they are getting are better. Now it's not only...
Right, Mr. Akash Jindal. Yes, Mr. Akash Jindal, I will be coming back on this story because it's huge. Economist Mr. Jindal joining us live here. Thank you so much. I will have to move ahead right now, viewers, because a huge meeting had taken place today. That is right. Prime Minister Modi led a key conclave of NDA chief ministers and deputy CMs in New Delhi. The high-level meeting, also attended by senior union ministers, focused on aligning governance priorities across states with discussions ranging from developmental initiatives and administrative reforms to national concerns like caste-based census planning and the recent success of Operation Sindoor. Now, these deliberations come at a crucial juncture as the NDA gears up for the Modi government's third-term roadmap. All hands are on deck as we are witnessing a series of back-to-back brainstorming sessions led by the Prime Minister. A day after spearheading a high-stakes NITI Aayog meeting, he remained in mission mode today as well and led a crucial strategy session with the chief ministers and deputy chief ministers of NDA rule states. But before diving into brainstorming session, all the 20 CMs and 18 deputy CMs took a moment to tune in to watch Mann Ki Baat together, symbolizing shared vision and show of strength. The 4-hour-long meeting was not just a routine one. In focus were some of the most pressing issues facing the country, from the succession of Operation Sindoor, caste census, crackdown on Maoists, first anniversary of Modi 3.0, good governance. Several issues were raked up and discussed by the top leadership. During the meeting, chief ministers and deputy chief ministers lauded our jawans and congratulated PM Modi for successfully destroying terror bases in Pakistan. Caste census also received roaring support.
जातिगत जनगणना, इस जातिगत जनगणना के विषय पर जिसको भारत की कैबिनेट ने मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में स्वीकृति दी है, और ये हमारी कल्पना शुरू से थी, और हमारे बिहार की सरकार, नीतीश कुमार जी की सरकार जिसने सबसे पहले इसका प्रस्ताव लाया था, उसको भी ध्यान में रखते हुए और यह जातिगत जनगणना पर भी प्रस्ताव पारित हुआ, और सभी लोगों ने इसको जहां इसकी सहमति के साथ साथ जो मोदी जी का निर्णय हुआ है उसकी प्रशंसा के साथ साथ साधुवाद देने का काम इस प्रस्ताव में हुआ है।
With elections approaching in several states and national issues demanding urgent attention, the message from the Prime Minister is loud and clear that this is a government that wants to stay on the front foot.
And joining me live is Riyanka from New Delhi. Riyanka, very good evening to you. It was a very big meeting, a key NDA conclave which took place, and a resolution was passed lauding our armed forces, the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, and caste enumeration was also on the list, Riyanka. How does this set the tone ahead now?
Well, absolutely. When it comes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and him chairing this very, very crucial meeting, a high-level meeting today with the chief ministers, nearly 20 chief ministers and 18 deputy chief ministers of NDA-ruled state, it is indeed showing in a message of coordinated efforts between the state and the centre over several issues, hinting towards Vikasit Bharat 2047, starting with passing a resolution on Operation Sindoor, where the leaders had gone ahead and lauded the armed forces and the efforts made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his leadership, to another resolution which was adopted by the leaders on caste census. That is also something we know. And also on the other hand, we also saw how several chief ministers had come ahead and portrayed what development work as well as the strategic schemes which are currently in place in their respective states, including Chhattisgarh chief minister talking about the action against fight against Naxalism. So several of these issues had come into the being, and a crucial meeting successfully held there at the national capital today, a 4-hour-long meeting held under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
All right, Riyanka, thank you for getting those details. I'll be coming right back to you, but I have to move ahead right now to the politics over NITI Aayog. That is right. Prime Minister Modi chaired the 10th Governing Council meeting of NITI Aayog in New Delhi, focusing on a vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. However, the session was notably marked by the absence of many key CMs. West Bengal's Mamata Banerjee, the sole opposition leader present, walked out midway, alleging her microphone was switched off after 5 minutes. A claim that the government has now refuted. Now, other prominent leaders, including Pinarayi Vijayan of Kerala, Siddaramaiah of Karnataka, and M.K. Stalin of Tamil Nadu, also skipped that meeting, viewers. So this is what we saw right now, where opposition CMs absolutely walked out of that meeting. And we have with us our guest, Sudha Halkai, BJP leader, joining us live here on Republic TV at 6 Stories at 6. A very good evening to you. I just want to ask you a simple question, and that is, not the first time we have seen the opposition CMs, opposition leaders walk out of meetings, key meetings, especially meetings which focus on center and state cooperation. Your reaction?
Very good evening. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and his team and the entire Indians that our country has attained the 4th largest economic position in the world. And now I would like to say that the Indians are very much fortunate to have a Prime Minister like Narendra Modi ji, who is visionary and who is pro-development. At the same time, the people of Karnataka are very much unfortunate to have Mr. Siddaramaiah as a chief minister who has not attended this NITI Aayog meeting, because Karnataka is at the most, like, we need to attend such meetings where developmental issues are taken up on higher priority. And not only this meeting, earlier also he has not attended any of the NITI Aayog meeting. And let me tell you, earlier also when 4 of the chief ministers from the different states were selected to go and represent our country in the global investor meeting, that time also Mr. Siddaramaiah had denied that. So this shows his anti-development mindset as well as urban nationalism. So he is more towards the appeasement politics of one particular family, one particular community, and there is no developmental mindset for him over here. Our Honorable Prime Minister, what he has said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, Sabka Vishwas, and he is taking each and every party along with him towards Vikasit Bharat, towards 2047, where we want to see reach India as a 5 trillion economy. We want to reach. We want India to be as a Vishwa Guru, and in all the sections, take it economy, take it defense, take it in whatsoever matter. But in Karnataka, we are seeing that day by day, the law and order is collapsing, the economy of the Karnataka is collapsing, and the depth of Karnataka is increased with no developmental issues taking place over here. And this shows how Mr. Siddaramaiah is not towards the public for the development, but he chooses to take over pity politics over the public development, which is absolutely condemnable. And just a few days back, he has been to Hospet to celebrate 2 years of their completion of the party. But here he chooses not to attend such an important meeting. This shows how negligible he is towards the development of the state and towards the people of Karnataka. He who claims he is the champion of the backward leaders, he is actually stabbing the backward communities, as well as he is not going hand in hand with the Honorable Prime Minister Ji to do the best to the backward people over here. And absolutely, I can see that, every day we are on the national television for all the negative things which is going on in Karnataka. So we are unfortunate. That is what I can see.
All right. Thank you for joining us here. Sudha Halkai, BJP leader on Republic TV at 6 stories at 6. I'll have to move ahead right now, viewers. Let's go ahead to the other story that we are tracking. And that is that in the wake of a fresh security alert, the Indo-Nepal borders in UP's Maharajganj district has now gone under heightened surveillance. Intelligence inputs have warned of nearly 35 suspects attempting to infiltrate into Indian territory through Nepal. In response, our local police and the SSB have launched joint patrolling and intensified checking operations, particularly across vulnerable stretches and the no man's land zone. Maharajganj is a very, very important area because it shares a crucial border with both Nepal and Bihar, now faces a dual security challenge. My colleague Raghavendra is on the ground and gets you this ground report.
मैं इस वक्त उत्तर प्रदेश के महाराजगंज जिले में स्थित हूँ, नेपाल बॉर्डर पर। और बड़ी बात यह है कि महाराजगंज वह ज़िला है जिसका एक हिस्सा बिहार राज्य से मिलता है और दूसरा हिस्सा नेपाल से मिलता है अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बॉर्डर पर। और आप ये देख सकते हैं, यह जो एक आपको स्तंभ दिख रहा है, दरअसल यह वह स्तंभ है जो भारत और नेपाल को अपने सीमाओं का आह्वान करता है। यानी कि सीमा का यह जो एक मुख्य एक पिलर है, यह दिखाता है कि भारत, आप देख सकते हैं कि इस तरफ भारत है 522/4 28D, ये कोड में यहाँ पर लिखा गया है। बाकायदे ये जो लोग अंदर से आ रहे हैं, इनके कागज़ को देखा जा रहा है, चेकिंग अभियान तेज़ हो गई है। और यहाँ के यानी कि भारत के साइड में महाराजगंज साइड के जो सीओ हैं, जो सर्किल ऑफिसर हैं, वह निकले हुए हैं, गश्त कर रहे हैं। साथ में एसएसबी के जवान भी हैं। एसएसबी के जवान और पुलिस यानी यूपीपी, ये लोग संयुक्त रूप से यहाँ पर गश्त कर रहे हैं, जांच तेज़ कर दिए हैं। और आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर किस तरह का माहौल है। खुद सीओ साहब मौके पर हैं। सर, आप लोगों से बात भी कर रहे हैं और उनका आईडी भी चेक कर रहे हैं, क्या कहेंगे? जो अलर्ट हुआ है, क्या आप तक भी वो अलर्ट पहुंचा है कि किस तरह से गश्त बढ़ाना है, किस तरह से चौकन्ना रहना है?
ये ग्राम सुरक्षा समितियों की मीटिंग करके सबको निर्देशित कर दिया गया है और उनको बता दिया गया है कि कोई भी इस तरीके का संदिग्ध आदमी मिले तो तुरंत बताएं।
और क्या रात और दिन पेट्रोलिंग भी सर तेज हुई, आप लोगों की गश्त भी तेज हुई?
24 घंटे पेट्रोलिंग तेज है और हम लोग हाई अलर्ट पे हैं और एकदम जैसे किसी को आने नहीं देंगे इधर से, कोई भी हो।
तो आप देख सकते हैं भारत नेपाल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा पर किस तरह से गश्त अभियान तेज हो चुका है। आप देख सकते हैं ये पिलर है, एक साइड में भारत और दूसरे साइड में नेपाल की सीमा है। और आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं, चाहे वह उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस के जवान हो या एसएसबी के हमारे जवान हो, वो आप देख लीजिए पेट्रोलिंग लगातार कर रहे हैं, गश्त अभियान तेज कर दिए हैं, जाँच अभियान तेज कर दिए हैं। जहाँ जहाँ से भारत और नेपाल के नागरिकों का आना जाना है वहाँ पर बाकायदे चेकिंग हो रहा है, उनका आई कार्ड चेक किया जा रहा है, डॉक्यूमेंट्स चेक किया जा रहा है। जिस तरह से इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है, जांच एजेंसियों ने अलर्ट दिया है कि कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं, 2 से 3 दर्जन संदिग्ध लोग जो नेपाल में आ चुके हैं और वो भारत में घुसने के फिराक में बैठे हुए हैं। ऐसे में जो 7 ज़िले हैं उत्तर प्रदेश के जो नेपाल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा पर हैं, पीलीभीत से लेकर महाराजगंज, और महाराजगंज तो ऐसा ज़िला है जिसकी एक सीमा नेपाल से मिलती है, दूसरी सीमा बिहार से मिलती है। तो यहाँ पर चुनौती कुछ ज़्यादा ही है और सीमा भी काफ़ी लंबी है। लेकिन आप देख सकते हैं जिस तरह की सक्रियता है, हमारे जो एसएसबी के जवान हैं और लोकल जो पुलिस है, खुद सीओ सर के नेतृत्व में यहाँ पर लगातार पेट्रोलिंग बढ़ गई है, गश्त अभियान तेज हो गया है, जांच तेज हो गया है। आप खुद देख सकते हैं कि ये एरिया जो है ये एक वन क्षेत्र है, या यूँ कहें कि एक जंगल का इलाका है, जिधर से पगडंडियों के माध्यम से एक दूसरे जो नागरिक हैं नेपाल के, भारत को, उनका आना जाना है। ऐसे में चुनौती बड़ी होती है, लेकिन सक्रियता से इन चीज़ों को कहीं न कहीं जो लोग गलत मंसूबा लेकर आना जाना चाहते हैं, ये लोग उनको पकड़ सकते हैं। जिस तरह का अभियान भी तेज हुआ है, कहीं न कहीं जो लोग भारत में कुछ करना चाहते हैं या गलत मंसूबा से एंट्री लेना चाहते हैं, उनके मंसूबे कहीं कामयाब नहीं हो गए। चूँकि आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह के हमारे यहाँ पर जो जवान हैं, चाहे वो पुलिस के लोग हों, एसएसबी हमारे जवान हो, वो मौके पर हैं। और इस जो तमाम तरह के जो रास्ते हैं जहाँ से आपको लगता है कि आसान एंट्री हो सकती है, वहाँ भी इनकी पैनी नज़र पूरी तरह से लगी हुई है।
And viewers, India is witnessing a resurgence in COVID-19 cases, with notable uptick reported in Delhi, Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. While the majority of the infections remain quite mild and manageable, health authorities are closely monitoring the situation. States have been advised to enhance surveillance and ensure preparedness, including maintaining adequate hospital infrastructure and stockpiles of essential medicines. Joining us is right now Dr. Ashish Vashisht, Head of Department and Senior Consultant ENT, Manipal Hospital, Dwarka. Thank you for joining us here, Doctor. We have seen a spike in COVID-19 cases. Just want to understand, especially for our viewers, would also like to understand, is it a cause of concern yet?
Hi, good evening to all the viewers and to the media channel. I'm Dr. Ashish Vashisht. So, yes, there seems to be a cause of caution, I wouldn't say concern. COVID has already hit us through multiple variants. The first one was the normal one, the other one was Delta, followed by the Omicron variant. All of them were different in terms of their virulence. The Delta one was the most sinister, which caused the maximum amount of hospitalizations and deaths, whereas the Omicron one was far more benign, so to say. So the new variant that comes, we don't know what kind of virulence it will. As of now, it has not shown any excessive mortality or morbidity apart from what we saw in Omicron. So this is not, I don't think this is a one-off trend. We will have, it's a virus, it will keep mutating. We will have more variants in coming years and we'll have to deal with them. So more important than anything else is to keep our health services on a standby mode, with both the government and private setups having enough capacity to deal with any insurgency in case, once that happens.
Yes, Doctor. And any precautions you have for our viewers? Also, we've seen these cases spike mostly in the southern part of India, maybe some cases in Delhi and Maharashtra.
I think in terms of cautions, it's not possible to say that one should not socialize or one should not move around. I mean, we can see we are in the middle of a travel boom. We are a vibrant economy. So that part cannot be curtailed with little information as of yet. But I think where we can start off is that in case somebody in the family, in the extended family is not well and is having similars of respiratory virus, which is basically fever, high fever, body ache, any excessive cough that is not explainable after 48 to 72 hours, one mustn't shy away from going to the hospital and getting things, checked. And once that happens, also trying to have a little isolation as to not socialize at that time when you have fever, because even if it is not COVID, it can still spread through colleagues.
All right. Thank you for joining us here, Dr. Vashist on Republic TV. As COVID-19 cases are surging, but not a major concern yet, as per the doctors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And viewers, that's all we had on 6 Stories at 6. But do not go anywhere, because we will be right back tomorrow, once again, same time.